Why do some people struggle to fall asleep even when they're exhausted? Why do people struggle to sleep even when you're tired?
Two most common reasons. One would be to do with stress. So it'd be the first time in the day that you've probably stopped and that you've had a bit of quiet, and then your brain will just go spiral, spiral, spiral,
Oh,
spiral, and everything you start thinking about everything.
yeah.
So your brain suddenly becomes really active because you haven't had a pause in your day to reflect and do that earlier. So it's going, right, now's the time to think about everything. Also, if you're really stressed out, that can feed that thought loop that's
Yeah.
happening inside our
Yeah.
brains. That's one. The other one is screens as a really, really big one. Screens again, and just lighting in general. It's not just about our screens, but it comes back to those brain cells in our eyes again. Remember I said they were really insensitive in the morning?
Yeah.
They're actually really sensitive at night, which is annoying. So our phones, laptops, even just overhead lights, like normal lights, they will be activating these brain cells, which is going to tell that clock, hey, it's
Hey,
morning,
it's
time to
morning.
wake up,
Wow.
which is not what we want to do, right? It's squashing that melatonin, which is that sleepy hormone. So if we've got too much bright light exposure at nighttime, we might have loads of that fatigue, that sleep pressure from the adenosine going, I'm exhausted, let me sleep. But that clock's out of whack. So
Yeah.
it's going, it's not bedtime yet.
Actually, one of the biggest habits of our generation is getting into bed, either having your MacBook, iPad, or whatever on, or even your phone actually, and then like scrolling
Yeah.
until you fall asleep. But you're basically saying that could be like the worst thing to help you
Literally
to get
the
to sleep.
worst thing for sleep. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Because even if you're doing all this really good work and you've gone out for that morning daylight and stuff like that, you're then counteracting it by doing it later in the evening. It's a little wind down window to avoid that screen use, to allow your brain to do that transition and calm down.